Hello everyone, it's time for meatloaf. Not just any meatloaf, although I'm sure your mother has a meatloaf, your favorite restaurant has a meatloaf, the comfort food of America is meatloaf. But today we're making one for those who like football. So we're going to take our meatloaf and shape it so it looks like a football. And it's perfect for football season. So here we go. I have all my ingredients laid out. I have 2 pounds of ground meat. I like to mix 1 pound of hamburger and 1 pound of ground turkey. So, this is finger food time, so my hands are washed, in case you're wondering. And so I've just pretty much got this mashed up the way I like it. And then we're going to add our other ingredients. This one, it's a lot of onions for this. It calls for 2 cups of onions. Whew, I can't put all of that in. 1 cup of breadcrumbs. You could also use rolled oats. And there's gluten-free bread like this you can use, so you don't have to worry. This is not in every recipe, but because I'm always sneaking more health into us, it's an easy way to add a cup of carrots, grated carrots, and a cup of zucchini. The kids will never know it's in there. A tablespoon of salt, 2 eggs. I always like to crack them to make sure I can do it without cracking the egg or egging the egg yolk, but then we have to mix up the egg yolk before it goes in. Now this is an optional one, parsley, because a lot of recipes for meatloaf call for that. So I just put a little in. And here we have 1/4 cup, seems like a lot, of Worcestershire sauce. You can also add horseradish if you're brave. All right, so now we're gonna mix these up. I'm gonna start this way, but don't be surprised if I use my hands. All right, so now we're just going to spray our pan and we're going to shape this into a gigantic football. I don't think we'll win an art prize doing this. But now, there's a little left over. I'm going to make individual meatloaves out of those. I bet I could do some right here. Aren't we clever? Meatloaf is something you could also use when you do these individual meatloaves. You could put them in cupcake holders and have individual ones for later on. Okay, looky here. We have our meatloaf in the shape of a football with a good imagination, and I've just transferred it from the cookie sheet over to another more pleasing to the eye sheet. Okay, now we have to make it really look like a football. So what we're going to do is take a strip down here and then we're going to lace it across this way. So string cheese is one good idea. Like so. Long football here. And then it gets laced across like this. You would have to have some other decorations around so that people would know for sure that this is a football. Because what it's going to taste like is meatloaf, and incredibly good meatloaf because I've been checking. All right, so that could be a tree with no branches, but it's supposed to be our meatloaf. But now I'm going to take this off and show you another way that we could top it. So if I didn't want to use this, I could use good old-fashioned mustard. Oh yeah, I like that. Chunk, 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 chunk. My cake decorating years. Well, you have to use a little imagination again, but anyhow, here's our football-shaped meatloaf. And now, as you recall, I did these 2 little mini loaves, and so I've already sampled one, but I'm going to sample another one because meatloaf is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Still really hot. So if this were a comfort food for you, you might think what else you would like to serve with this when you're watching football or afterwards. So, bon appetit. I don't think that's what football players say. But happy eating. Oh yeah, this is worth flying home to see Mom for. Enjoy the meatloaf. Thank you.